my house on Woodward Way's backyard faced the house on Peachtree Battle where the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan lived. And that house is still there today. It's an Art Deco house.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Is it on Delwood?
it's on Peachtree Battle.
Oh.
Almost to Delwood, sort of in the middle between Delwood and Woodward Way.
And if you're going to Peachtree from Woodward Way, it's on the right-hand side.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
And it's distinctive because it's unlike any other house.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they had an old cinder block warehouse, and it was right up against the fence of our backyard. And the back large window was open. I don't know, blown open. It was open in the house. The garage or the storage room set way back from the house, and so I don't know whether it was me or Jim Manry. Jim Manry was definitely more mischievous than I was, and a lot of fun to be with. So he said, "What do you think's in there, Harry?" And I said, "I don't have an idea. You want to get in there and see?" So we climbed through that window and saw these tons of Ku Klux Klan outfits,
Wow.
medals and swords and belt buckles and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Right.
So we didn't want any of the stuff, but Jim said, "What do you think if we put this on and borrowed it and rode it to the scout meeting?" I said, "That really sounds like a good idea."
Oh, my gosh.
So we dressed up in these Ku Klux Klan robes and this great big belt with all this metal showing and rode our bicycles. And when we got down there, the scoutmaster, he turned white as a piece of paper and he said, "Take those uniforms off. Do you know what you're doing?" We had no clue.
So you had no idea.
I had no idea what we were getting involved in. He says, "After the meeting, you go back and tell your parents what you've done." So I did, and I thought, boy, when I did something really bad, I got beat with my father's belt. And I didn't get into too much trouble because I didn't want to get beat by the belt. Anyway, my father said, "You go up to the front door of that house, you ring the bell, you fold everything up that you've taken, and you apologize and tell them you're very, very sorry that you took this." So I remember going up there all by myself. I said, "Oh, won't you go with me, Dad?" "No, you're going to do this on your own. You were the one that got into trouble." So I still didn't realize the significance. No one in my family had ever talked about the Ku Klux Klan. Sure, I'd read about it, but it was something that was sort of dwindling, in my opinion. I think you've lived in the Buckhead area. There may have been people whose grandfathers or uncles were in the Ku Klux Klan, but I never heard anybody talk about it. So I thought it was almost like a club or something. I had no idea at 12 years old. So I went up to the door, and I think my knees were shaking. Anyway, the wife came to the door.
Lucky for you.
And she had yes, lucky for me, because I thought maybe I'd be snatched into that house and I'd never get out. Anyway, it was an age of innocence.